Appreciate you having me. And last week was a great week for us. We were able to try to maximize the time, and even though we had the early week bye, just really focus on us and getting better fundamentally. We had the game one film to be able to learn off of, and really try to push the guys and maximize on each of those practice dates that we had, focusing on the things that we had to get corrected, and then we also were able to get a little bit of an introduction into Kansas and spend really the last week of the last practice of the week kind of getting an early start on them. So I thought the guys handled it well. We gave them a little bit of time this weekend to kind of rest their bodies, and we came back yesterday and had a real spirited practice. So I thought it was a success.
We'll take questions for Coach Norvell. Please star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
And we'll first go to Dan Tortora from wakeupcalldt.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. I know you kind of talked about it a little bit there in the intro, but to have a break so early in the season, is it something that, you felt like coming out of fall camp, playing a game, and then having a break? I mean, is it something that can work for you? Are you kind of, against that in the future to have a break that happens so soon in the season?
I think being a first-year staff here, at a new place, I think it actually has the opportunity to work for us. We went into game one with a lot of question marks. We played a lot of new faces. Guys that got their first real game experience. Everybody got their first game, whether they had played before with this staff and the concepts and the schemes of what we're presenting. So we really tried to look at it as basically the next step for us. Ideally, you'd probably like a bye week a little bit later, if we had a little more experienced team with each other. But we really just tried to focus on ourselves being the number one purpose of last week, is just trying to continue to get to know the schemes of what we're running, the mistakes or problems that were presented to us in that first game. And, I thought our guys had a really good approach with it.
When you look at this team and how they've responded to you so far, to be in a situation to go through fall camp, have that game, have a break, and now be going into the second game, how, like you said, getting to know each other and building the bonds and seeing what you're doing right and doing wrong and how it can help your staff because it's newer to you to be on that team. How has the team responded to you, and what can you say about maybe these first few weeks of getting into the season?
I think they've responded well. I really enjoy coaching this team. I think we have a great group of guys. They are hungry for improvement, and they're hungry to continue to build our program and kind of establish what our mark's going to be for this 2016 team. And so the guys have really come to work, and they're trusting the coaches. We spent a lot of time trying to build those relationships, and that's going to be something that always continues. Throughout a season and throughout a career being in a place. And so, we know that we're still at the very early stages of where we're going to go. But, I like the mentality of the players that we have and, how they have trusted this staff and the guys that are helping to try to develop them. So, I've been really pleased with that. And, it's going to be good to get back there out, in the Liberty Bowl and playing our second game. Early in the season, that the development from week 1 to week 2 is huge, and we got a little bit extra time to work on things before that second game. So we're hoping that shows up and and carries over here in this Kansas game.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll go to Wendell Barnhouse from today'sU.com.
Morning, Coach. I was talking with David Beatty on the Big 12 call earlier today. You mentioned you guys go back a ways. Could you kind of talk about your first connection with him and your guys' kind of relationship?
Yeah, David and I, we've known each other for many years. Really a lot of it. I'm from Dallas, Texas. So was he, and he actually coached at my former high school for a while now. I never, was never under him or any of that. But we got to know each other on the recruiting trail. And David's a great person, a great recruiter, and a tremendous coach. From everything that I've been able to witness in my experiences with him. So it's definitely a big, be a neat experience. Being on the other sideline, going to get opportunities to compete against him, because I definitely have a lot of respect for the job that he's done and where his career has led him.
Is that a little bit of a challenge? Having to kind of coach against a friend. I know during the game that doesn't matter at all, but is that is that a little bit of a tough experience to go through?
We're really we're really focused on doing on what we can do to get better. I mean, who you're coaching against. Obviously you want every other year of the season, you want to see those guys succeed. But we're focused on the job at hand. So I mean, even though we have a personal relationship, we want to we're out there to compete. And I know David's going to have his team prepared and ready, and so we're focused on doing that for ourselves, and it's going to be it'll be great after the game to be able to shake his hand and wish him all the best. But this week we're focused on trying to be the best we can possibly be come Saturday morning.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
And we'll go to Don Marcus from the Baltimore Sun.
Hi, Coach.
How's everything going?
Good. In terms of a first-time head coach, is there more pressure on when you're in a program that has traditionally or recently won as Memphis has, or going to a rebuilding situation?
Well, I mean, I think there's pressure into college football today. There's pressure no matter what program you're going into. The pressure is making sure that we're continuing to progress. And so, there's a lot of new faces that we have around within our program, but there is a great sense of expectation, and a lot of that is driven within the walls of our complex. Our guys, we've seen what it looks like to achieve some of that success, but we've never got to and really fulfilled all the goals and dreams that we set out for. And so, if regardless of the program that you're in, there's going to be pressure and making sure that you're doing things the right way. And I'm very fortunate to come into a great situation, and one that there has been a culture of winning established here at Memphis, and we're excited to continue to build off of that. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it the way that we feel is best to continue to see our program take that next step. And our guys have really bought into it and are doing a great job with the culture that we're putting out there.
And just to follow up, when you're in a situation of trying to figure out that first head coaching job, is it best to take a situation where you think you can win, or depending on where you are in your career, you just want to get that shot at the first head coaching job?
I think it's you find a place that truly fits you, and I think that every situation is going to be different. I had a great situation where I was, and in the role that I had, I was not looking to just take a head coaching job just for the title. I always believed that if I was ever fortunate enough to get that opportunity, that I was gonna go to where I felt was a great fit for myself, for my family, the coaches, and at a place where we could achieve great things. And so I believe that everything came together here at Memphis, and like I said, I couldn't be any happier or excited to be a part of this program and where we're going.
Thank you.
And we have time for one more for Coach Norvell, please.
And we'll go to Ryan Glover from WMR radio station.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well. About yourself?
I'm good, man. So I know you've been practicing in the mornings this season, changed to what Justin Fuente did in his tenure at Memphis. But like you mentioned, you've already had a week off and you've already had a chance to prepare for Kansas. But how does the 11 a.m. start time fix into your philosophy and your strategy for this week?
Well, it's something, I like the morning practices, and so, our guys, I think it helps the student athlete in the sense that, they're up and, they're focused on football there, first thing with meetings and getting out on the practice field. It really takes away the concern of the early morning start, because that's what we do, each day of the week. But then, also for the student athlete, when they're done, they're able to focus on their academics, for the rest of the day and really be able to have a centralized focus there. And so, we knew pretty early, before the season that we would have this, the earlier kickoff against Kansas, and so we've had a scrimmage at that time. We've tried to do the things that we could, and all the things possible that we could do to make sure our guys are prepared, and there's nothing, that there's no shock in the time or the process of what it's going to be leading up to this game, and so we feel very confident in the operations of what we're going to do leading up to this game, and we try to prepare our guys as best as possible.